It's time. What it do, gaming family? It is your boys. We are back at it once again, and I am the Husky Hokage.
Big Goose.
And as always, I got my man with me, my brother from another that can't be replaced by none other. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Dub. And we are Victor Road, a gaming podcast presented to you by the Blerd Syndicate. And we are back at it once again. Today, we are going to be talking about and discussing the amazing game, Ghost of Yotei, man. So we both have it. I haven't played as much as Dub for personal reasons, but personal reasons in other games. But that's you know what I'm saying. That's not to take away nothing from Ghost of Yotei. It's just a few other games came out that I've been a little bit more excited for. But
I think
nonetheless,
I know what it is.
What is it then? What
you have a problem locking the fuck in?
That might be too. Well, you know what? Yes and no, because like I said, Absolum has. I've been pretty locked in on that bitch, and part of the reason is the fact that, like I said, I can play it on my Steam Deck. You know, so I can do Ghost of Yotei on my Steam Deck as well. I just have to, run along. I'm connected to good Wi-Fi, which we do have at the house, thankfully. But I can do that as well. But I'm really enjoying the aspect of, the beat 'em up road like aspect that Absolum has. Also, Dispatch just dropped, so that's another thing. But I'm actually gonna be jumping.
I need to go grab it.
Listen. You already know. Ever since the demo, I've been on that. I've been on Dispatch since the demo.
I'm 81 hours in Ghost of Yotei, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna wind down probably today. Yeah.
Oh man,
I think I'm gonna be done today.
That's what's up. So but nonetheless, like I said, we're here to talk about Ghost of Yotei, man. So just give you our thoughts so far. We neither one of us have beat it as of yet, but like I said, Dub is damn near close. But I'm gonna give you kind of my initial preemptive thoughts, because I know a lot of people. A lot of discussion around the internet before it even dropped was people was going to have fatigue of, we just had Assassin's Creed Shadows and this is so much like Assassin's Creed Shadows. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. The whole discussion of it's so much like Assassin's Creed Shadows, you're wrong. Ghost of Yotei is just Ghost of Tsushima. That's with a different protagonist, different era. Same world, different era, but it's Ghost of Tsushima. So if you want to compare it to anything, compare it to Ghost of Tsushima.
I disagree with you.
Go ahead.
A smidge bit.
Go ahead. What you got?
I just think it's one of those instances where two games that are similar, have similar combat styles, you sneak and kill, stuff like that. And I think it's just one of those once in a lifetime things where something that's kind of like adopted stories with similarities, and they bumped heads. Because Naoe and Atsu, they do have similarities. Like we can't ignore that. Naoe, without spoiling them, they do have similarities. I do think they are different games, but granted, me and you, we're gamers. It's different between somebody that's just gaming. Right. So we'll see those differences. Well, yeah, this is his own thing. Versus, because in Assassin's Creed, I don't even remember if I had a horse or not. I was just fooling with Naoe across the whole fucking continent. I wasn't gonna get Yasuke and just be slow poking around. Me and Naoe, we was footing.
Yeah.
Me and Atsu, I forgot what I named my horse. But me and Suki something, we be booking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
think it's more so. I know one of those things was kind of like because somebody else did say the problem with PlayStation games, like PlayStation IPs, it has that revenge cycle thing going, and Assassin's Creed Shadows also had the like revenge thing going. Hey, these group of guys killed my family. So both of those have similar stories in that aspect. But like I said, it's a different game, but I can see why people say like, "Hey, yo, this is the same game." And I feel like as great as Ghost of Yotei is and Assassin's Creed Shadows is, the similarities are gonna make them butt heads when it comes to like being game of the year. That's just me.
I can respect that, and I can understand that. And I still feel like the overall game is because
The gaming experience is different. Now I put a lot of hours
it
in Shadows too, but it's a different experience once you
yeah
dive into it.
but like I said, I still from the time that I have spent in Ghost of Yotei, it reminds me so much of Ghost of Tsushima.
Shit, yeah.
Like it reminds me, being in that world, the stuff that you can do, like the interactions and things of that nature. It reminds me so much of Tsushima, and Tsushima was is still to this day amazing game, man. One of my all time favorite PlayStation games is that, and like I said, the story, everything that go on, it's and it gives me more of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I'm not, not to say Shadows is bad or anything. It's just that I feel like the only similarities to me is the fact of, granted, so let me say this: you're a ninja or samurai, or whatever you want to call it. A lot of those have the same thing. It's just like those karate kung fu movies. You have those every granted it may be a different. This one may have Donnie Yen. This one may have Jackie Chan. But they doing but they all doing the same. Some of the similarities. Like the story is different in the one with Donnie Yen in it, but they fight the same way in the one with Jack. Like so, it's like that. Like it's a karate movie. Some of those karate movies they go look the same. They go. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff that's gonna be going on. It's gonna be very similar, but yet and still they're gonna be different. That's how I look. That's how I look at it when I see it. Like you saying, you getting two different types of karate movies or whatever the case may be. But that's just how I look at it, man. But yeah. You let me know when you're ready, and I can bring it up.
I'm gonna bring that on up there.
Okay. So and while we do that, I'll let you start talking. So since hold on before we do that. Let me and I'll just give my quick thoughts since I'm still early on. So with me being I'm only a few hours in the game. When I say a few hours, I'm probably like 4 or 5 hours in the game.
God
And
damn.
yeah, I told you I've been doing other stuff. But my thoughts just so far. And just someone like I said, it's so first off, if you love Ghost of Tsushima, I think you're gonna love Ghost of Yotei. When you first get in the game, that feeling that you got from playing Tsushima and all the stuff, the battles, the stands, all that stuff that was going on, like it's there. They've improved on the combat is good. It feels good what's going on. Like I said, if you still remember the stuff from that you did in Tsushima, like it's there. All that's there. All that combat that could come in. I haven't got unlocked any of I haven't unlocked any of the like the extra weapons or the different stances you get. Like so as you play through, Dub will have more information. I'll be able to tell you more about that. But the world itself is beautiful. So, like I said, if you remember anything from Tsushima, how good it looked, Yotei looks amazing, especially that first few I think that after that first fight, after you kill somebody doing that first and you riding your horse and y'all bust through to that open like that little part right there, man. Listen, that shit was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? The music in the background, everything going on, like it's lovely, man. Combats, like I said, once again, combats up there. It looks beautiful. The movement, all that stuff is really good. And of course, you can say it's a revenge story or whatever the case may be, but I love the little elements they have. Especially when I got to when you get to Atsu's home, back to her home, and you walk around and you discover like little elements and stuff like that, which of course they're all over the map, but that's one of the ones I can point to where I'm walking through a home trying to make sure I picked up saw all the little cut scenes or the little flashbacks they had between her and her family, and just a lot of the stuff that go on right there. So I do, once again, I say if you enjoy Tsushima, you're gonna enjoy Yotei. And this is just off the first few hours of the game for me. So yeah. So now we get to Dub, and Dub has recorded some of his gameplay. So yeah, we're gonna put that on the screen here.
Yeah, hopefully that shit work out because we ain't never did. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So boom. Like I said, one thing you already see in the background, you got the beautiful world scenery going on. One thing I did like that they kept from the last one, you have all these different vendors you can go to. You can find them out in the wild. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna really talk about what's going on in the screen because I recorded a bunch of random shit. Like right now, she just kind of sitting there. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. But yeah, you see the map. I feel like the map has shrunk a little bit from the last Ghost of Tsushima. But the more I play, I'm like, did it shrink or did they just rearrange how the map was kind of made? You know what I'm saying? Because that was kind of because when me first started talking, I was like, I don't know. I feel like the map ain't as big. The game ain't that long. Even though you don't have to do everything that comes across your way, is highly recommended that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how like I said, ChatGPT, IGN, they all say it takes about 20-25 hours to beat the game. I'm 81 hours in, and I just found they have these things called altars of reflection, and you can kind of build up your skill set with them. And I just got my last one yesterday, like at the 81th hour. The 81th hour.
Yeah.
So, and also with the revenge store, typical revenge store, but I kind of like how they're, without spoiling, they're shaping up the story on my end. Like, you know how not home, spoiler alert, kind of sort of like how at least up until chapter 3, how like, oh, I'm getting better. My revenge is not consuming me no more. Nah, I was like, fuck that. It's up still, nigga. Like it's still up.
Hey,
ain't no we healing and stuff like that. It's still up, and they kind of portray her as a little bit of a drunk because I don't know if y'all noticed on this one, she be tapping that sake bottle a little heavy. You know what I'm saying?
man.
The combat feels great, man. Very fleshed out. You saying you haven't unlocked the weapons yet, but the weapons all feel different. Like actually fit. You can tell they actually took the time out to invent the combat system for each weapon. Now, you can be a dickhead like me and just run around and play with the weapon you want to play with, but you will be punished for it. You will be punished for it. So if you got that, if somebody got that Yari out, and you want to mess around and go at it with like your Odachi or like the I can't even say it, the Kunashima, whatever it was.
Yeah.
That parrying ain't gonna be as easy as it would be if you had your dual swords,
If
dual
you had the right weapon out, yeah,
your dual katanas, which actually has an advantage over the Yari, or your Adachi is like literally just for like big folks, and like you feel the difference in each weapon. It feels like almost like a different character every time you're like playing with each weapon. Now, one thing they put the blicky in the game. Spoiler: they put the blicky in the game. You get a blicky, and I ain't gonna lie, I was like, man, it's so close to the end of the game. I might not be using the blicky. I be using the blicky. that thing got a switch on it. I be, you know what I'm saying? Get up off me, back up. Completely maxed it out, and like I said, you pull it out on them, they don't know what's finna help. They don't know what's finna help. like I said, so far, like I said, storyline wise, I'm messing with the story. I'm messing with the story. So, like I said, it is similar, but still feels unique in its own way.
Yeah.
And then they have so many surrounding side stories by it. Like I said, IGN said you could beat this in like 25 hours. But you would do yourself kind of disservice if you ain't go around and do all of the world building that the side stories come with.
Yeah.
Like that, like they have these legendary tales. Like spoiler alert, they have like a whole little story dedicated to Jen.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's
Yeah,
you got an
yeah,
Easter egg and everything. That's in
yeah.
there.
You got a little. He said you see his little symbol, like, and they had these myth tales they call them. I think I'm saying it right. And then like in other myth tales, they talk about how this person had this happen to them and how this person accidentally killed their daughter and stuff like that. And it's kind of cool because like, hey, I remember when I did that. I did that. Like,
Yeah,
I was going through and I was fucking folks up with Jen, and they're telling my legend like I did that.
yeah.
And then I don't know if this was truly Easter egg for the last Ronin, but they have actually I think it was. They also have an Easter egg to the last Ronin. It's a
Oh, that's
contract
what's up.
because you get bounties and stuff.
Yeah,
So one of the bounties is called the Last Brother. So it's 4 brothers, and 3 of them died, so the last one can live. And you find their graves, and the graves and the flowers on each grave are red, blue, and purple.
oh, that's what's
And
up.
the last guy fakes his death, and his grave has the orange. And so it was like a little callback to the first run of the last Ronin,
Rona, yeah,
comic. So so that was kind of cool that they kind of incorporated that into it as well.
yeah.
So
That's dope.
yeah, so it's kind of it has little tidbits here and there. Now the names weren't nowhere near similar to like what Michelangelo, Leonardo,
Of course, of course.
so, but
Yeah,
also it kind of made me want to Google the meaning of the names of the people, so
yeah,
that way I could be like, I wonder if this person, it is like a Japanese for like orange or like silly or goofy, because each turtle had their own little different personality.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
kind of also made me wonder like how that was gonna go about. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's dope. That's real dope right there.
Yeah. And like I said, that's one of them things that's buried in the game because you won't find that unless you're doing the side quest content.
Yeah.
They also had a motherfucker at the time of Mount Yotei who almost made me bust my TV.
Ozu. I think it was Ozu. I heard if that's who you're talking about, I heard a lot of people talking about him.
It's Taka something. Like so this is probably like because one thing I will say I also like about the side missions, they're not busy side missions. You know how like that, how you go all the way over here, go all the way over here, go all the way over here, go all the way over here,
Yeah.
and you only get like 200 coins for some silly shit. This one actually kind of like it was probably like the longest side quest in the game, but to me it really wasn't that long. You had to defeat 5 different Ronin under these special trees. Then you fight their master. Then once you fight their master, you're like, hey, ain't no fault like that. Hey, let's run this bitch back at the top of Mount Yotei. Boy, I took my ass up there. That boy was dragging my ass left and right. I had to drop difficulty. I ain't gonna lie. He was touching my ass. I had to drop difficulty.
You ain't had your blink on you? Why you hit him with the blinky?
I ain't had a blinky. I had did it early in the game. I ain't had a blinky on me. But I had my only flame, some sword on fire, and he was still, bro. He hits you once. Hell, like I said, I dropped the difficulty. Like he was touching my ass with the difficulty on my normal. I dropped the difficulty. He still was touching my ass. Like one slice, health gone. Like I already got them using the spirit point to heal. I'm already going through shit. I'm already going through my bottles of sake to get this motherfucker up off me. And then one time, cause I got him this low, I was like, oh yeah, he done for. That was dead.
Damn.
Like I said, I almost yanked the damn TV out the goddamn wall fucking with this nigga, man. I got babies, man. Yeah, so I had to text my little cousin because he was playing too. Like, hey man, you beat this nigga, man. what you did? He like, yeah, you gotta be a parry master to get him, man. No. We ain't gonna be doing. I ain't gonna be sitting all y'all day just trying to figure out his. Like, you know how I play? I'm a brute. I brute force my way through that motherfucker. Feel me? You feel me? So yeah. So all in all, though, man, I think Ghost of Yotei is a real good playthrough. I think it's worth the money. You don't necessarily have to play Ghost of Tsushima to kind of know what the fuck going on.
Yeah.
But also, sidebar, and I've been one thing I noticed, this has been a great. Ooh, look at that glitch. This has been a great year for female protagonists in games.
You can say that.
Like, because I was sitting back and thinking about it while I was playing with Atsu, because you know how they be like, oh, they're trying to force this on us. We don't want female characters, yada yada. And you know me, I like anything that's not forced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like anything that's not forced. So with that being said, Atsu feels like the natural protagonist. It don't feel like they were trying to push no weird ass agenda or nothing like that to make you like, oh, woman empowerment or. And then they don't too much talk about Atsu's sexuality, even though she do kind of give a little, you know, sexually fluid. She kind of gives that at times. Sexually fluid. Let's go with that. But I like how they kind of leave that kind of open to your mind, but they also don't overly sexualize her, which is cool in my opinion. They do have one mention where she's like, damn, I kind of want to lay up with somebody. Yeah, I'm kind of lonely out here. Then she's like, I can't stand people though. So I'm like, damn, I feel you on that. I feel you. So, like I said, sidebar, ADHD moment, I think it's been a great year for women protagonists in gaming. Looking at Mael from Expedition 33, now with Assassin's Creed, Atsu, shit. I had to go through the rest of my list to look up some more, but like, I think it's
Hazel Flood, South of Midnight.
South of Midnight. There we go. Because I was gonna pull it up, and then once in a while I had some good female characters in there too. So it's kind of like, I think this was kind of like a Pauline from Donkey Kong. Like, I think Big Boss, the boss from Metal Gear Solid Delta. I think it's been a great year for like women characters in gaming. They don't feel like they're out of place. They're not damsels in distress. But that's just me. We can probably do an episode on that later. But that's just me.
We can definitely do that. Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
That's dope. We definitely have to talk about that later. But yeah, and see that this makes me, because I had already said today I was gonna spend more time or jump back into Ghost of Yotei today and just kind of start get my playthrough going back or whatever the case may be. But just watching the video and hearing you talk about it, it's like, yeah, I need to go on ahead and I need to get back in there
and lock the fuck in. You know, you'll get lost in the sauce.
I'll see if I can lock in, because Dispatch is still right there, and I would like to try to be Absalom as well. So, and I'm pretty close. Well, I think I'm pretty close. I honestly don't know, because it's so crazy. Because I say I'm gonna jump in and do a run real quick, and then after my run, be like, damn, I fucked up. Let me do one more, because like literally it's a road. Like, so like when you die, you don't start back over. I mean, you don't pick up where you left off. You start back over. So with that being done, I'm like, all right, I'll finish a run and be like, I did this, and like I think the last run I did, I went to a new area and everything. I was like, oh shit, okay, all right, got there, and I was like this close from finishing the boss of that island on my first run. I was like, and I died, and I was, Now I gotta come all
Boy,
over that.
yeah, boy, yeah, got the headset.
So yeah, but yeah, but I'm gonna jump back in, try to lock in, man. I'm definitely,
Hey,
it's definitely something I'm gonna be doing, especially
this weekend, I'm gonna make you lock the fuck in. Bring your Steam Deck. Cause I'm bringing
I'm
my
yeah,
Steam Deck.
I plan on bringing my Steam Deck. I'm gonna bring my Steam. I'll bring my Steam Deck, bring my dock. I low key would think about bringing my bringing one of my devices, but one of my consoles. But I'll see how I feel. But I don't think we're gonna be in the room like that for real, outside of
I don't know, we kind of old.
Yeah, I know what I told you the other day. I said,
Yeah.
old, bro, old.
5, 6 o'clock hit. I might be looking at you like, because when me and Philly was in PAX, it was like, hey, bro, you do what you trying to do? What you trying to do? About 5, 6 o'clock, we were going back to the telly, and she was on the phone. I was
Listen,
sleep on the phone
man.
too. So yeah, after we kind of got done in the city, yeah.
That's what I say. But I'm hopefully, we can get there. Cause I saw they were gonna be there because they don't even on Sunday. They Sunday don't end at like regular time. They Sunday they Sunday don't end like you would think like early. They Sunday go until like 8, 9 o'clock. Like it's still going on. So I'm like,
no, sir.
I ain't for fool around like that.
Yeah. You ain't finna have Brittany looking at me like, the fuck y'all doing coming back this late?
Man,
listen
I want
listen to me. Cool. Listen to me. It ain't even like that. It ain't even like that.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, we gonna go a little bit Sunday then, but after that, because we go, yeah. I well, I know for next year. You know what I'm saying? That's why it is my first time. That's one reason I didn't sign up. I didn't want to sign up for a lot of stuff because I didn't want to go and be overwhelmed and miss out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, but yeah. But after that, man, so with that being said,
in case y'all don't know, Husky got us on his content creators at DreamHack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we're gonna be at DreamHack Saturday, man, or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Man, you might want to throw that goddamn Friday after one new goddamn.
They, like I said, they and I did check about the bag. We'll talk about that. But yeah, they like what I'm saying. They could be doing Friday. They could be doing stuff all night. Like it ain't like no. They will say it's they be stuff be going on. So it was like I said, when I get there Friday, drop my stuff off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We go get the badges and go in and walk around and kick it for a little bit. And then, grab food and then get up for an early start Saturday morning.
Boy, they looking I ain't getting paid that week, boy, because I'll be in that bad boy acting a fool.
Man.
Boy, I'll be in that thing acting a fool.
Listen, but
God know what he was doing. God know what he was doing.
but yeah, man. So before we end or cut out, man. So I'm assuming your recommendation for Ghost of Yotei is a must play. So there I go from Dub. Same thing for me. I'm rolling with it, man. We definitely will have to. And you brought up a good thing. We definitely will have to do an episode on like the female protagonists from this year. Because like I said, we've had some really good ones. And yeah. So, but look, we appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all like, comment. If you play Ghost of Yotei, put your comments down, man. Let us know what you thought about it. And make sure y'all check us out. Make sure y'all subscribe and everything, man. But Dub, I'm trying to ease Dub around and getting on TikTok, making him, where he started, he do his own little thing from time to time. Cause the boy talented. He, as much time he spent playing these games, he be telling folks about them. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So, but
no.
Yeah. We working
I like
on
y'all, but I don't like people.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can find your boy the Husky Hokage everywhere, man. If y'all go be and be a DreamHack, be Atlanta this weekend, we'll be there. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, man, maybe after Saturday night or something, we can try to go meet up with some folks or something, or go out and kick it and eat. We ain't going to no club. You know, I'm
I
too
was
old
gonna say
for a club.
you talking about doing on some Saturday night. You mean Saturday evening, bro? We got to go to church full time. Saturday evening, bro.
Listen, we just go. You know what I'm saying? We go get something to eat. You know, we ain't got to. It ain't got to be nowhere fancy. Just go get some good food, and we can kick it and chill, man.
Like I said, I already got the restaurant, bro.
Yeah. So Dub already got us on where we going. But yeah. But other than that, man, listen, y'all come back for next episode. But appreciate y'all. But as always, y'all.
That's
What's name? Let's
Buffalo.
put it.
All right, now.
There you go. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to make sure I put everybody out there. But anyway, but look, appreciate y'all. But as always, y'all be great. We out. Peace.